Hello everybody, this is Lee Phillips' Journey of Truth. It is Sunday, August the 3rd. It is 10:25 a.m. in the morning. It is raining and it is 67 degrees. So I thought I'd get out in the rain and give y'all an update on the library, and we're going to start here on Bobbi Boss at the end of Pecan Street, and we're going to take a look at Bobbi Boss Bikini Bottom Wildlife Refuge right here. And we got the geese enjoying the pond. And so we're going to take a walk around and go up to the library and see what has transpired over the past week. Now, once again, I'm in the rain. I'm toting an umbrella and trying to keep my camera steady. So we got the water coming down, and it comes down and runs into the bells, which slows it down, and then it makes its way on down to the pond. We got the geese over there. They're checking me out. They're gonna make sure I'm not a predator, I guess. We have a small amount of water in the ditch draining down right there. Hello, geese. Hey, geese. Quack, 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 quack. Yeah, they're just having a good old jolly time. We haven't had a really big rain. This has just been a slow, steady rain, which is exactly what we need to soak into the ground. And I would imagine they got this cut close to the road here, 10 feet back, but they're probably going to let that get more established on the slopes before that they cut that. I hope they do something with all that kudzu, try and get rid of it. This ditch here is completely overgrown. Water backing up everywhere. I'd hate to have this front yard where all the water pours off into it. That one needs cleaning out. Water just sitting in that one. Alright, so over here at the library site, we have got mud in the street. So let's get to where that we can get a good view of it coming down the ditch line from Main Street. And that way we can get the proper visual. See all this water coming from up there. Actually, all that water is coming out of the ground right here. We got a water main break right here. We sure do. We got a busted line under the road right here because all that water. Y'all take a look here. This is a lot of water right here. Now, you see all this water right here. That's a good bit. But it's not coming from on top of the road or paved area. It's coming up out of the ground. It's bubbling out of the ground right here and over there. Now they've had to do repairs right here before, and now we got a reoccurring problem with a broke water line under the road. See, all this is dry up here. It almost makes me wonder if this line right here it angles over to that manhole right there, and I wonder if this manhole goes down that way. I bet it does, and I bet it's got the ground eroded underneath down there. That is not good. I think the water is coming down Main Street into that drain. It's coming over to here and running down, and because the big dumpster truck has kept the ground beat up right here, they've made repairs a couple of times, but that's a lot of water coming out right here. That's a lot of water coming out of the ground. And that looks like more water than what's running in that drain up there. So there's something else going on under the ground. And that would be the 1030 bells. At the Methodist Church over here. Alright, so let's get a look. We got water coming off the road that runs down through here, and it's running on the outside of the silt fence. Partly running through underneath. No, that's coming from over there. Alright. So far so good right here, I would say. This little bit of water goes right back under right here and goes back to that side. Alright. So we come down to this first bonnet that is over this access point, and water slows down right here, and you can hear it draining in there. But then it also runs through and continues on down through here. Not a big problem yet. It comes over here outside the silt fence a little bit, but mainly stays inside, running right underneath the chain link fence. And it comes down right here. Be careful right here, this car. Alright, so then we get down to right here, and we got the water that's coming down through here. Now if it was raining heavy, I'm gonna just about bet this would be out in the road up through here, right out there. And if there was a whole lot coming off this hillside. So we get to this next bonnet right here, and there's a little bit of water running in there, you can hear it, and then it runs over to the side over there, and then the ground gets lower, but the water is ponding up right here, and so now we got a problem because we have all this loose dirt that has washed down right here and blocked the bonnet. And now the mud is washing under the silt fence right here. You can see this stream, it comes right out right here. And this pond is filling up from water coming from up there, but coming out right here, it is pushing the mud out in the road. And that's about 1.5 inches deep right there that I just walked through. And so some of it is running down beside right here. But look at all that mud that has filled in. That should be recessed down lower, like that area up there is lower. All that is filled in. And so then what water comes out on the street, some goes in there. And this is a muddy mess. And so we got the rock piled up right here. Silt fence don't go all the way around this, but we got mud that is filled in at the bottom around the edges, mud and gravel. There's water coming through the joints in the brick. You see that muddy mess right there. And then right here, this grate keeps getting run over by the big heavy trucks coming through here, and those grates down through there are stopped up. Well, we're going to walk up Lucy Street right here. Now they've got a whole lot of new markers marked out on the ground, and I'm going to say they got the rough grade for the parking lot done. You see the red pipe sticking up right there? That would be the fire suppression system that is hooked into the main water line. That is for the sprinkler system. Here is the plumbing, the green. This is where it's tied into the city here, and it goes over to the slab over there. Once the landscaping is done, all these pipes will be cut off at ground level. So So they got the rough grade for that parking lot pretty well done. They've got a drain right here, and there's another access point right there where you see that, and over there where you see the silt fence. Those are access points. And this is a different access point right here. I guess this is for some kind of other larger maintenance that's going to be tied into the system up here maybe. All these short stakes might be the curbing boundaries where they're going to be putting the curbing in. So they got a lot of extra dirt. It looks like that they might have brought in. And that's what they call their upper retention pond right there, which I guess that's a good thing that we're getting all this rain, because a lot of that dirt was backfill that they put in there. And with all this rain, oh, sorry geese. We're not gonna bother the geese. We're gonna let them not be traumatized. So this is the top side at Lucy Street of the site. And might be gonna get a little break in the rain. I don't know. But we're gonna go ahead and close this one out, and we'll show you. Now these aren't the same geese that were down the street. This is a different little group of geese. So we don't want to approach them and cause them any stress or anything like that, because they're migrating. Folks, y'all remember, be safe out there. Be good to one another. Do something kind for someone. And y'all have a blessed day. Don't forget to subscribe.